Okay, welcome back. Another game I wanted to show you that you can do with a friend, a really fun movement exploration. It's almost a little bit dancey and kind of capoeira-esque, if you know what capoeira is. But don't worry about that, we'll just demo it for you in a second. The way it works is that, again, first we're going to have two different roles. So Mehrad, my buddy here, is going to have the role of creating different shapes with his body. So a very simple shape could be like, I don't know, anything you want to come up with. It could be here, it could be here. You can think anything creative or fun, and I'll explain more. So let's just go ahead and do that. So he's going to go ahead and create a shape for me, whatever that is. And my role as the mover is to explore the negative space around him. And by negative space, I mean any space that is not his body. So a very simple exploration could just be, moving my hands and arms kind of in the space next to his body. And then I can start to actually move. Maybe I see an opportunity to go here. I don't have to go through it. I can always come back. Or maybe I can go. And then whenever Mehrad decides, it's up to him, he can change the shape. And I'll be like, oh, he's changing shape, so I'm going to watch that for a second. Like, okay, it's a new landscape for me to explore. And if you touch him accidentally, of course, that's fine. I'm going to lose points, but it's more like I'm going to explore this landscape. And actually, if you ever want to, you can touch him. You can be like, oh, I'm going to sit here for a second. It's a fun landscape to interact with. And then I'm going to keep doing my thing. And then he can, again, whenever he wants, he can create a different shape. There we go. Like, okay, this is interesting. Maybe I can go through here, but no, I changed my mind. Maybe just rest here for a second, see how it goes. Yeah, and so on and so forth. And maybe you can have a timer, you can come out. You can have a timer to, or just like have a couple minutes of doing this. I know we're going to switch roles, so I'll do it quickly as well. Let's say I want to be a little bit more spicy for him. I'm into this downward dog shape. Oh, hello. And I'm going to surprise him with a little shape change. So you can really explore the possibilities of your body as you're creating shapes or as you're moving. Or you can always be doing simple things. There you go. He can do little jumps, little hops, a little cartwheel even if he wants to. Nice. So this is the basic principle. This is enough to get you going, have some fun. If you want to explore a little bit further, if you want to get a bit more improvisational with this, and something we could do is instead of having a formal switches, be like, okay, now it's my turn, now it's your turn, we can kind of try to blend that in the game. So for example, I'm going to continue to create some shapes. Let's say I'm here. He's doing his thing. Maybe I'll create a different shape. We'll continue. And then whenever Mehrad wants to switch without saying anything to me, he's just going to freeze in a position. I'm like, oh, he's freezing, so that means it's my turn. So now I am going to do my thing here. So I'm going to explore the same that we just did. And then I'm going to freeze, and that's Mehrad's cue to start his turn. And then again, well, this time I kind of forced him because when I moved, he was like, oh, maybe it's his turn to freeze. So you can play with that too. You can kind of have both people determine what's going on. So now it's like, oh, whose turn is it? Let's see. And then you can slowly eliminate the gap between those timings, right? So He's moving for a couple seconds, and then maybe I decide to move. He's gonna freeze for me for a second. And then I stop, he moves. So the timing could be 10 seconds of freezing. It could be 2 seconds. You can really explore what that feels like. There could be a moment where both of you are moving because we don't know what's happening. There could be a moment where both of us are freezing. Like, oh. But then we're trying to maintain that principle of exploring negative space all the time. Again, moments of touch and contact are totally fine. So as you see, this can become a really interesting exploration of movement and dance and interaction. And thank you, Merad. Yeah, as you try this, my last invitation is to try to eliminate communicating through words, because a big part of this is to have non-verbal communication. So I'm going to watch his body, observe his body. So instead of just saying, hey, switch, switch, I'm really observing. I'm listening through movement to what's happening. And I think that's a quality that would be really cool to explore. That's all. Go ahead and play with it. Again, play a fun song, play, have fun, laugh, and see how it goes. Yeah? Okay, thank you.